I'm sure you've heard a lot about what's going around the country with the police violence and how Minneapolis and even Portland have talked about getting rid of their police department as a way of responding to that. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh no.
2020 was an unprecedented year. On top of sweeping lockdowns and widespread rioting, murder rates across the nation rose by 25%. Yet, in spite of this, many places are looking at reducing or outrightly eliminating their police force. I went to Downtown Sioux Falls and spoke with people in our community to find out if they'd be willing to publicly say that they support our local police.
If you get rid of the police department, I don't know who you would call if there was an emergency.
I feel like they have taken instances that happen less frequently and highlighted it and took that and ran with it and have forgotten about all the other good that they do.
I think it is just absolutely preposterous.
I think it's insane rhetoric and nobody would really want that.
You know, seeing people react the way they're reacting, I feel like it's not the best way to, protest,
Oh, absolutely not. No question about it. We need police and they're needed. They just are.
I think the concept of reducing and eliminating police departments is 100% far-fetched in the society that is the United States.
That's a scary notion, actually.
I don't think that should really happen. I think the police do a great job around here, and I was recently in the cities, and it was kind of like a ghost town. Nobody was really out and about at night, and I just think Sioux Falls does a great job of being, around and taking care of business around here.
I think police departments are necessary to keep peace throughout the city and the world for that matter. And I think defunding police is a terrible idea. I think we need them to keep peace and just to keep order throughout our city.
One of the things I've heard from some journalists in Minneapolis is that when they talk to the local community and they do find people who say that they support the police, those people aren't even willing to stand up and tell the police department that they do support them. Would you be willing to look at the camera and just let the Sioux Falls Police Department know that you have their back?
I totally have your back.
I just want to thank you for what you do. I know you put so much on the line, and you spend more time outside and with your coworkers and with your families, and you are willing to do what so few are, so thank you.
I appreciate everything the police department's done.
I appreciate the police force and all that they do. They're much needed, and we would not be able to survive without them.
I do support the police, everything they do. Like I said before, they're necessary and they aren't appreciated as much as they should be.
I completely support Sioux Falls local police department, all the police departments that we have.
I do support the Sioux Falls Police. I support the individual people who choose to do a job that a lot of people wouldn't and put themselves in harm's way. And I appreciate what they do.
Of course, I support you guys 100%. Growing up, I was at Lincoln High School. Officer Drager, he was my number one cop over there. We were best friends. We had handshakes and everything, so he was really cool. I support the police officers in Sioux Falls. They're really cool, and then I have nothing against them in Sioux Falls, so they're really cool.
Kind of reminds me of what soldiers coming back from Vietnam must have experienced. It's not their fault that they were, part of a corrupt system, and I think that there are far more good cops than bad cops, and I wish there was a way to get more funding. I mean, we can only vote so much, but
I have always thought, if somebody was in my basement and I called the police, he has to go down there. I don't.
Feel for you guys that the bad apples are overshadowing all the good apples out there doing their job and taking care of people in society. So I got your back, and I support you guys.
I just want to thank you for what you do. I know it is such a thankless job.
I appreciate everything they do, and I hope they stick around. You know what I mean? What else are you going to have if you don't have a police department,
I bless the police. I've always thought that. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Keep up the good work, boys. We certainly appreciate the heck out of your service. And I can't thank you enough. I think you guys are doing a heck of a job.
All right, Sierra, so tell me, what are your thoughts about the police department in Sioux Falls? And do you think that they're also doing a good job? Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your thoughts on this matter.